Hi, this is Trey Passer, and this is my video entry to Swapmeetsearchers, or Nick, as I call him, his real name. It's 500 subs contest. Thank you, Nick. Congrats, that's what I mean. Congrats on your 500 subs. You totally deserve them. You're an awesome YouTuber and a good friend on here, and I'm glad to see that you've reached 500 subs, and you're getting more every day. And I'm sure after this contest, the subs are going to be probably closer to 600, probably even more after that. Okay, and I like when people give back to the YouTube community, as it were, and they, give things, and it's always a good thing, and it's always good to meet new friends and stuff. So I'm glad for you again. Congrats on the 500 subs, and you're having a giveaway contest, and you're giving away some good things, and you're giving away a Horror Hound magazine, latest issue, and also giving away the Sherlock Holmes Game of Shadows Blu-ray, and also a surprise movie that whoever wins, you're gonna know, by if you know them, you're gonna give them something you think they like, or if you don't know them, you'll figure something out, which I think is awesome. Okay, so, and the question you ask is, and you're taking video entries and comment entries, and the thing you ask is, can you name some movies that have kind of crossed two genres of movies, something like horror comedy and stuff like, drama, comedy, even, something like that. So I have a few titles. So I'll go over them real quick, so this video is not forever. Okay, first movie I got is a Western, actually, called The Big Country, starring Gregory Peck, Charlton Heston, Burl Ives, Cal Baker, Charlton Heston, and Gene Simmons. This is the two genres that this mixes with is a Western, and also it's a love story. Okay, let me show you the back right there. And without revealing too much of the plot, this is a great Western, and it's basically about a city guy played by Gregory Peck who meets a girl from the Midwest, and he gets engaged to her, and he comes back to see her family, and of course, him being a city slicker, it's a conflict between him and his wife's family because he's from the city, and he's kind of not a pacifist, but he's sort of a laid-back guy, and so they think he's soft. And of course, at the same time, he meets Gene Simmons, who's like a friend of his fiancee, who's Carol Baker in this movie. And like I said, it's sort of a love story also mixed in with a good Western. This is a really good Western too, and great action in it too. Okay, so it kind of mixes both genres in it, and it's also a nice love story. Okay, so that's one. The next movie I got is called The Crow, of course, which most people think is it's a nice action movie. But it's kind of a mix of action and a little bit of the supernatural, which I guess is supernatural, and also a really good love story, basically about a guy who gets murdered on his wedding day, a musician who gets, Eric Drayden, I think that's his name, gets murdered on his wedding day. Him and his fiancee they get murdered, and he comes back with the crow as his guide to get revenge on the people that did that to him, murdered him. And like I said, it's a great mix, supernatural and action movie, and it's actually truly like a love story because he's getting revenge, for people killing his girlfriend and killing him, and it's really great. One of Brandon Lee's best roles, and it's a shame that what happened to him in real life. Okay, because he could have been a great star, I figure, after this movie. Okay, the next movie is a comedy, known primarily as comedy. It's The Breakfast Club, which is sort of it's a comedy, but it's also a great drama about students that get about 5 students that have to spend Saturday in detention with an abusive teacher, and they get to know each other and stuff. And it's like I said, it's comedy, but it's also serious drama because they get to know each other and stuff, and find out they have more in common than they have apart. And it's one of John Hughes' best. So that's a mix of 2 genres there. And this next movie is an action movie. We think primarily Robocop, but it's actually an action movie. It's kind of a science fiction movie, a little way, and also comedy. It has great comedic movie, kind of a dark comedy too, in a way. And it's a great movie. It's one of the classics, and they're also remaking this, which I'm going to see what it looks like. And they have good actors in it. I think Gary Oldman's in it, and he plays a scientist. I think that creates Robocop, so it should be good. And also, this next movie is with Denzel Washington, sort of being like a thriller, a cop thriller thing, but it's also a mixture of science fiction because there's time travel involved in this, and it's also a little bit of a love story. Well, not a little bit. It's a love story also. Okay, with him going back in time to try to prevent the girl from getting killed, That's a spoiler, but but it's a lot more complicated than that. Without giving that away, it's like a mixture of science fiction, a good cop thriller, and an action movie, and a love story. So that's Deja Vu, which is one of my favorite movies. Very underrated movie. Okay, and this last but not least is Cocoon, which you think would be a science fiction movie, and it is. About these aliens that come down amongst the humans, and specifically at an old age home, and it kind of revitalizes the older people. But it's actually science fiction, and it's part love story also, because the old guys, they reconnect with their wives, and Steve Guttenberg, he connects with Tawny Welch, who plays one of the aliens, and it's also a comedy because there's a lot of great comedic moments in this, and this is one of Howard's best, Cocoon. Okay, so that's my contest entry to your contest. And again, Nick, congrats on the 500 subs. You totally deserve it, as usual. And I'll leave a link down to your channel down below so people can sub to you and see how great you are. And this is Trey Pastor saying so long and take care.